here with my banana breakfast. And I have a secret about my bananas. Let me get the camera turned around. Still recovering from the dreaded contravirus, but getting better. So let's see. Let me get this tripod out. And flip this around. So, yes, lens is a little. I just wear the mask at home in case my roommates come around. Like, I don't want to infect anyone if I'm still contagious. It's been it's been over a week. Did I just make the lens worse? No, that's pretty good. Over a week since my symptoms started, and I'm like pretty much gone with the respiratory symptoms. That clearing in my throat, I think that's just morning throat sickness. Morning sickness. I'm pregnant. So what? Oh, I forgot my milk. Don't forget the milk. So the actual like respiratory stuff, like I'm all over. I've been over. No fever, all that. What I've had is lingering, basically dissociation, and I was really not feeling good yesterday. I was feeling low, not just the dissociation, but scared about it. I was really scared, and I was just panicked, absolutely panicked, thinking, "Oh my goodness, I can't be a writer. I'll never recover all that." Excuse me. Get my 30 grams or 30 milliliters, whatever, almond milk. And then I know I'm going to need some more water. So, I mean, I don't want to add more milk, like just waste milk. Just I'll add like another half cup of water. This is a cup, so about half a cup. So I was panicked. I was feeling like, oh my goodness, I'll never be a writer again. I'll never be a filmmaker. I'm not myself. Excuse me. I swear that's just like morning, whatever, clearing my throat. Oh wait, I want the food scale out now because I'm going to weigh the banana, 135 grams, and these bananas are a little smaller, so I'll need 2. I'm not panicked now, so it's all good. Basically, what I worked out, I'll just save you this long story, just get to the short of it. Oh, let's see, turn that on. 130 grams of banana. So it's my secret with the bananas, I left them in the fridge overnight. Ooh, it's gonna be nice. Wait a minute, I don't want to add the banana yet. I want to stir up the protein powder first. Jeez. What am I doing? I gotta take off my jacket. I don't want my sleeves to get. So I don't know. Do I have something respiratory? Getting a little chills. But I was panicking because of dissociative feelings. Well, it is cold in here. Yeah. And, it was scary. And I was like, it's like I'm having DPDR, but is this permanent? Is this brain damage now from COVID? I don't believe so. What I think now, because it's like coming and going and getting easier to deal with, I think what it is, I looked up an article from a neurologist and also checking in with my symptoms. I'm feeling all the classic things of DPDR, depersonalization, derealization disorder, and it's manifesting in a little bit of a weird manner, granted. And it didn't come on from anxiety. I go a little overboard. That's fine. With the protein powder. Basically, I suspect, a bit overboard, but that's fine. I'm normally a little under my protein goals for the day, so I should have some more. I suspect it's in no small part or large part to just, oh yeah, add the flaxseed. I haven't done this in a little bit. I mean, I've been doing it, but forgot the steps. Basically, my understanding, and it seems to make sense, and it reassured me, and I'm like, okay, get back to doing the things that I like and see how it goes, even though right now I'm dissociating a bit. It's kind of woozy feeling. That the immune system goes so overactive, releasing so many chemicals when you have COVID, that it inflames the brain, as all these chemicals, and basically it's inflammation of the brain causing these dissociative feelings. They call it brain fog. I'm like, oh, I've been through this so much. So yes, even like right now, it's getting to be a bit much. But I'm like, I've been through this. I know how to deal with this. And also it says, you know, it's neurologist in Rhode Island wrote this article. Said, you know, it goes away. The brain recovers. The inflammation recedes. It just takes time. Some people can be longer. I'm like, okay then. That is not so terrifying. Also, okay, so the other thing. It was good news. All good stuff. Hang on. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Oh, and I'm going to add my secret super ingredient. That's Manuka honey. Don't want that much. Okay, now I poured it all back in the... So, I'm like, okay. And it also said the things to do to recover are just like the things to do to recover with DPDR. It didn't mention DPDR. It was just saying these things. Excuse me. Saying these things in regard to the COVID brain fog. I'm like, oh, I wonder, it's possible, I don't know. I don't have memory problems or anything, but I'm wondering if other people, they're not used to DPDR being dissociated, and that to them is brain fog. I don't know. Not assuming, I'm not saying I know better doctors. I'm saying this doctor knows better than me. But I'm like, okay, so there's an aspect of just time, and the other aspect is get back to your normal routine. That is what this doctor says. Oh, stir this first, then add the banana, because it's going to be harder to stir. Add my 11 grams of walnuts. Oh, so anyways, yeah, it's like, get back to my routine. No need to panic. Yeah, I feel a little dissociated, spaced out, even now, a bit. But think about it, I'm doing this activity. It's probably therapeutic. So I was like, okay, I'm going to try and reintegrate into my life. Just like with DPDR. So I made my bed today. I didn't leave it out. I shaved and showered. I stayed in bed feeling sorry for myself for a few hours. That's why my breakfast is so late. Normally I'd be having it at like 5 a.m. So I'm not going to try and do that. I'm going to try and get up early. I'm going to start getting back into exercise, just making sure it's not too much or anything. So yesterday I was still scared about the dizziness and stuff, and I was having more of it. And I wasn't connecting it with dissociation necessarily, but I was very scared. So I had a teledoc appointment, and the guy said, well, you know, whenever I hear dizziness, and also I had tingling in my fingers, he said, you want to get checked out, go to urgent care, get an EKG. or basically he said get your heart checked out, you know, in case it's circulatory, whatever, electrical impulses of your heart. And I was scared, so I was like, well, what do you think? He's like, if I had to bet $1,000, you're probably fine, but it's just to rule it out. And see, this is what I can't stand about doctors. Yeah, it's, oh, they have to go by the book. I'm like, if I had thought, if I had the presence of mind to realize this is probably, you know, inflammation induced DPDR, I'd have been like, oh, I'm okay. But it was good to do that anyways. It was a pain in the ass to figure out which urgent care accepts my health insurance. The Aetna website lies. It does not. It says places that do not accept it. Calling Aetna, they couldn't help me. Person kept trying to connect me to someone who was able to work on my type of insurance like 8 times. Couldn't do it. Said check the website. Eventually, I just called around and found a place, and they said, yeah, we accept Aetna. Come in. They were super compassionate. Rode a scooter over there. Was scared, you know. I told them I have COVID. I'm coming in. You know, I want to make sure, you know, you're all safe for me. They're like, yeah, I wore my face mask and stuff. I almost couldn't find the place and nearly pissed my pants until I stopped into a Wawa to use the bathroom. And got the EKG, and it came out normal. So that's happy news. Ate a seafood salad at a restaurant nearby. Went to the bathroom a few more times. Anyway, so that was very happy news. So basically, okay, that was good to know. Cleared me of that, because I was dreading. I was thinking, oh, I should have gotten a physical earlier this year. I should have gotten, and I should have, but you know, I should have gotten an EKG earlier. I should have talked to a doctor. Well, I was panicking over nothing, basically. All right, let me wash this. Excuse me. I don't know why I have this crud in my throat this morning. And yeah, feeling a little wobbly, my hands manipulating this. For some reason now, like yesterday, in the afternoons, it's not much as of an issue. I don't know, it's weird, but I suspect, yeah, it's my immune system is still going overactive to, you know, fight off the COVID. It's winning. We are winning this fight. But, okay, oh, I'm wearing my jacket. I've got it just hanging off me. It's annoying. I'm going to put it on. It's a little cold. But, you know, pulse oximeter is good. Readings are good and all that, so no worries there. Oh, and I forgot my Manuka honey. I'm so excited. I'm going to add that in. Is my coffee still hot? I made it a little while. I'm going to heat it up in a minute. Okay, so, yeah, that was great news that, whatever, that this is all they had at the grocery store. Freaking huge. I'm very happy about the EKG, but I was still worried out of my mind yesterday. And scared. And as I was like calling friends, panicking to them, I mean, like talking to them reasonably, but trying to just stay connected, because I was feeling DPDR, like isolated and stuff, and that's the scariest feeling in the world to me. Like emotionally numb, disconnected. I increasingly became aware that I was having DPDR. I'm like, so how could this have caused it? It, you know. All right, I'm gonna take off my mask at this point. I'm like, this must be brain damage, right? I don't think so. So what I realized, that article, the inflammation can cause it. I just realized, okay, I'm going to get back into my routine. I was able to read this morning and not be as troubled by it, like seasick, car sick, whatever. That's delicious, and I got this Manuka honey, raw Manuka honey, unpasteurized. I get my scale back out. So, been adding that to my meal, my breakfast, not every meal. 21 grams, so kind of interesting trying to get this in here. Let's see. Eight grams. Do I want to just scrape it with a banana slice? Not yet. I could do a piece of blueberry. $13 grams. The thing is, if I pull out a banana slice, then I have to calculate, well, how much did I pull out? Well, the weight on the scale goes down. Okay, it's close enough to 21 grams. I'm not particular, but I'll get a tiny bit more and stir it in. There we go, the delicious Manuka honey that, supposedly it's got good properties in it for your health. I'm like, I'll take anything, help me right now. It doesn't really make it that much sweeter. This is already sweet with the pea protein. It has a vanilla flavor, but it makes it creamier. Sure. So look at the Manuka honey. So yesterday, I was panicking, feeling isolated, alone. Got in touch finally through my insurance with my primary care physician. Gonna have a phone appointment Thursday. I realized I'm probably gonna have to be in charge of my recovery and realize, okay, it's DPDR. So be it. DPDR caused by inflammation. Oh, my coffee is getting cool. I gotta heat it up. And 45 seconds. Let's see. So realized that and realized, okay, I can deal with this and I'll get better. And my mom thinks she's always right about my recovery from things. That's one thing. I'm glad she's like, Angelo, I'm not even worried because I know you're going to be 100%. Like I know, like, sort of, she doesn't know what I'm dealing with in a way, but she's like, I wouldn't even worry about it. Whereas if she was worried about my health, obviously, like, well, she'd be worried. But, I mean, if it was somehow troubling, like if the EKG came back bad, then she'd be worried. Like, oh my God, what's it mean? Is your heart bad? This looks like cookie dough. Tastes like. I could use that a little bit hotter. So it's been interesting experience having COVID. Just what a horrible plague to have unleashed on humanity thanks to our idiot leadership and not taking it seriously in the first place. It could have been much more contained. Our healthcare system could be better. Healthcare workers could be supported much better. So all that stuff. I was panicking, talking to, let's see how this is. It's pretty hot, but I could use a little hotter because it's going to cool down while I eat this. How hot is my, oh yeah, it's cold. The breakfast. So, I was panicking while calling Aetna, waiting to hear where's my urgent care place I can go to because these asshole the assholes who run Aetna don't make it easy, and they say, okay, I got it worked out, and at least I have a primary care physician that I'm just going to do a phone call with them, but at least so I have that relationship with someone I can build, and they can just know me, and as as my life goes on, and I'm going to make a full recovery, and I'll be all right. So it's, I think, more dissociative stuff that it's getting to me. Let's see, how do I want to sit at the table. I don't want to sit at the bar in case someone comes in. I don't want to be breathing onto them. Now, I say to commemorate the Rams loss last night. I'm a football head now, so my roommate had out his TV to watch the Rams play the Packers, and partly I was feeling bad and I wanted to go to sleep, but I was, dissociated, really upset, scared. I was like, I'm going to watch football with him, see if that stimulates my brain. Well, I watched. I was still feeling lonely and stuff, and he was so drunk and high, but I and my napkin is put down under my coffee. Should get a proper coaster. Instead of using napkins all the time, I'll put this down. So I was watching the last basically half of the game just to see, just to stimulate my brain, to try and get it going again. And I'm recognizing these symptoms of DPDR, and feeling emotionally numb, isolated, cut off. And there you go. And eventually just kind of realized, I was getting into the game because I was like, hey, this is cool. I'm now an LA citizen. This is my first football game I watched from the Rams. Turned out it would be the last of the season. And I was getting into it, and I wanted them to win. They were already down. They got down further, and they scored one more touchdown. But it was pretty much more or less a blowout. And I was into it and then trying to think, okay, what do I do? How do I get better? And still freaking out and stuff, and went to sleep. And anyways, so here's where I'm at now. I was feeling sorry for myself this morning, but realizing, okay, this is all good news, actually. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be 100% back to writing. So yeah, even if I have intermittent little symptoms, I'm still recovering, but now I'm getting back into my life. So I'm going to clean my apartment, going to do my laundry, all that stuff. So Mark Ivy, it's so good to see you. Yeah, it was getting me down. Hang on, I'm going to enjoy my breakfast with bananas, chilled bananas and Manuka honey. That's delicious. Yeah, Mark, I was feeling dissociated. And I realized, this could be, because, I've had bad depersonalization, derealization in my life. Say hello to my friend. And I was feeling those symptoms, but I was like, is this COVID just mirroring it? Is it brain damage? And I realized, and I looked up that article by that neurologist, and I've heard that before, the inflammation of the brain. Brain is caused by your immune system overacting. I'm like, this makes sense. And also it said it goes away, and it goes away for the vast majority of COVID patients. It's already receding for me, where I'm feeling my interests again and stuff. So I'm like, okay, for one thing, I'm going to go, do my laundry and stuff. Get my diet closer to back where it was. Still maybe have a little surplus of calories to feed my immune system. Have fruits and vegetables, a lot of those. Still keeping up with my protein needs and not adding junk food, because that can cause inflammation. And also I'll take something like Advil or Motrin or whatever. Is it still good if it's way expired? I have Motrin or ibuprofen and Advil that are expired by yeah, they should be, right? I have to check the ibuprofen I have. I think it expired last September. I'm like, that should be fine, right? As far as has it lost its potency? Take that. I haven't been taking it every day. and just keep doing the things that are, because the other thing the article said was do the things like in your normal life and be healthy and sleep well to integrate back into your life. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So it helps the brain heal and it'll help, my DPDR heal. So I think I'm gonna be fine. And my mom, she's always right about it. She's like, Angelo, like you're gonna be 100%. Like I know, like that's why I'm not worried. And she's always been right about my recovery from these bouts. So I was lying in bed a long time, feeling sorry for myself this morning, and now I'm like, okay, um, I know this is going to be painful at times and uncomfortable, but good. Jeez, I think I caught some turmeric in my throat. Oh, it's nice to have coffee again and drink lots of teas and stuff. Stay well hydrated because that dehydration can negatively cause inflammation, I guess. Yeah, I wish I was smarter, but who knows how I caught it? I don't know. But I'll be okay. Well, absolutely, Mark. I'm happy to hear you're taking it seriously. Nobody, like so many people I know don't. They're like, "Oh, I'm good, man. Whatever." My roommate I was watching the Rams game with last night, he was like that. He was like, "Man, I can take anything. I'm good, whatever." And he had it before. But you know, I wish I had known really more how serious it could be and stuff. And it's like, I'll be fine. I'm resilient. Thank goodness I get emergency pay for my job. So, no loss of income. But yeah, I also wish we were a country that took it a lot more seriously. I know Germany has their protests and stuff too, and anti-vax nuts. And I also, it just makes me think at some point, like, what do we do? Like, I want to change this country to make it so we care about people and have integrated systems in place to make sure people's health are protected and covered. We could end this plague. So I'm thinking, like, whatever happened to paying people to stay home, to, work protections and stuff? Yeah, that's good. I did get the flu shot, um, but I want to get my other COVID booster. I thought I couldn't get it. So I'm double vaxxed and have the booster. I thought I couldn't get the the second booster. I talked to a friend. He's like, "No, you can't." I was like, "But I thought you have to be over 50 or have other health problems like diabetes or whatever." He's like, "No, that's the fourth one." I guess they just changed it. I don't know. So when I'm well enough, I'm gonna get that booster. And so yeah, it's it's unpleasant and stuff, but thank goodness I seem to be just doing fine. And yeah, scary and all, but I'll be okay. Even now, I feel like the weird discharge of energy with DPDR and a little head fuzziness. Now I know, oh, okay, it's just temporary. And it is getting better, by the way. It literally is. I was able to read this morning and with very little trouble. So it was cool to watch the football game last night. I'm like, oh, okay. If I have time, I don't know if I will. I'll be doing other stuff. I want to watch more because it's like a low pressure, low stress way of engaging my mind. And now that I just have more life experience, and at my job especially, at job, at job I work, um, I have more like experience, like understanding why data is important and stuff. And so when they go over the data in the game, I understand, better like what I'm learning and stuff. So I'm like, this is so cool. Like, cool. I'm a football head now. It's not that I disliked football or anything or other sports. It's just, well, for one thing, no time. But yeah, I just couldn't get into it. I thought it was depressing and boring. And now I like, the strategy of it. It totally engages me. And I already knew how football was played and stuff, but um, that's one sport I was never a huge fan of when I was younger. I got into baseball at certain points, basketball. Um, yeah, that's it. Never hockey. But I'd watch hockey now. I want to watch team sports, so I'm like, cool. If that helps me, nice. I'll see if there's another game on tonight. Can anyone just tell me if there's another game? Some game somewhere. The Rams are out for the season, so they lost to Green Bay, and now they're not going to make it to the playoffs. And it was already a long shot for them too. Is there Tuesday night football? But that was fun to see. German system says I should get a booster every 6 months as a fit 57-year-old, no medical problems. Okay, man, that's smart, Mark. Take care of your health, man. You have health, you have everything. And I say that knowing like I'll be okay. I'm not like, oh, don't end up like me. Like, I'll be okay, but this sucks, it's uncomfortable. Can be scary. And I definitely will get that additional booster. Um, However long I gotta wait. I heard it's like 2 months after you get COVID, you should wait, so maybe that. Um, so yeah, it's cool to just have new stuff to stimulate my brain. So that's what I'll do. Especially while I'm in recovery for, I imagine, at least a few more days. That's great, Mark. Really smart. And I'm happy you're setting a good example for the viewers, too. It's like, fine. You know, good communities where people spread the ideas of good health and stuff aren't everywhere. The government's not really doing it. Even the Biden administration seems to be downplaying, COVID. I saw a talk with the head of the White House head of medicine or whatever, Doctor, was it? Oh crap, I can't remember his first. It's something Ashish, I think, like Jha, Doctor Jha. Basically, his last name I think is Jha. Even he was like just coddling people and being nice. It's like, yeah, this can happen, but But we can pretty much prevent all deaths from it. It's like, what about keeping people home? Pay people to stay home. Education, like, make people aware this is still out there. Because this is not something you want to just treat like, oh, it's like a cold, you know. We don't know the long-term effects of it. So if that community doesn't exist out there, and it does in large, there are communities of, we'll have it right here at least, our own support network, our own positive, you know, group. Oh, what the hell? Our own group for, you know, good information, for being positive, for promoting health, wellness, mobility, as far, well, bodily mobility, but transit issues, you know, have the metro going, have the trains going. Bike paths. I want to ride my bike this week. So Mark said temp shot back to 40 here. Oh, temperature shot back to 40 here. Off to my power walk without wearing my army winter parka. Stay safe. Thank you so much, Mark. Hey, I appreciate the moral support. It's so good seeing you. That boosted my health too. So you enjoy your walk. I appreciate it. We need a bigger TV here, don't we? I'm not going to get a bigger one for my room. Be strong, masked up. I'll see if I can unwind with a football game at the end of the day. Because watching a movie, it might be a bit much for me. If I'm not able to concentrate, it would be hurtful to watch. Like, oh, I can't feel it all. But a football game, I'm like, yeah, it's fine. You know, it's low pressure. So I'm like, you know, if I'm feeling weird out of it, I'm feeling it a bit now, here and there. But now I trust it's just going to get better and better. I'm going to do my laundry, clean the apartment, start doing the things to feel normal and stimulate my brain. Not try and overexert myself yet. I don't quite know, you know, what condition I'm in to do that. Do some light exercise, maybe a few push-ups and squats, just see how it feels, and just test, do I feel sore, you know, or anything. I've heard that people, you know, some people I know say they had a lot of muscle soreness with COVID. But first, you know, walks and stuff. I was walking a lot in the sun yesterday. That was very nice. I was in the sun when I rode that scooter. Very nice. All right, everyone. I'm going to get going. Thanks so much for watching. I'm doing fine. I'm recovering, I mean, from COVID. And yeah, everyone be safe. And what can I say? Have a good plan for your safety, you know. Get vaccinated, boosted, mask up. Keep people informed. You know, I wish it was just we're paying people to stay home and could, you know, seriously improve the healthcare infrastructure. Imagine if there could just be a simple cure for COVID, you know, something like just give it to someone and they're cured, you know, something like that. So anyways, all right, everyone, thanks for watching. Bye.